never been to California, and from my perspective, it looks like all sunshine and rainbows. But isn't it always the picture that's painted that when you get up close, it gets a little blurry? Being a Georgia native, born and raised, I'm probably a bit biased, but I truly love living in Georgia. It's no surprise that many others have fallen in love with the Peach State as well. The Census Bureau actually shows that over 70,000 people made the move to Georgia between 2020 and 2021 alone. Over the last couple of years, about 1/3 of my clients have actually been making the move from one state specific, California. Hey there, welcome back. I'm Ashley Lazarian, and I've been selling the suburbs of Atlanta for the past 18 years. I'm gonna drop some serious info for not only if you should make the move, but what you should do along the way and how to make it easier. Let's be realistic. Moving is no small feat to start with. Add in moving thousands of miles away, and you're in a league of your own. So why are people leaving in the first place? Well, seeing as I've never spent the first day there, and again, in my eyes, like I mentioned, it's Hollywood and beaches, I went to some of my clients that have recently made the move from California to ask, why did you leave? It was a unanimous response. The cost of living in California has become unbearable. The high taxes, skyrocketing housing prices, and the overall high cost of living were making it impossible to save money and plan for the future. Retirement there is all but a dream, with some of the highest taxes in the nation. And if you don't already have a home or make a substantial living, good luck getting one. Even renting can be cost prohibitive. Another factor that was brought up across the board was California's traffic congestion. The long commutes to work and the constant gridlock were taking a toll, both physically and mentally. Now, having lived in Atlanta my whole life, I feel like our traffic is pretty bad. It's 11 a.m. on a Wednesday and traffic's at a standstill. Like, what are you doing up there? However, everybody from California has said our Atlanta roads have nothing on Cali. Sadly, there was one more factor that continued to get brought up, and that was the homeless epidemic. Each person I spoke with stressed that without seeing it in person, you just cannot grasp the level that it has gotten to in California. They felt like there was just no hope for help or change, and making a move was honestly the only option for their family. But why Georgia? I mean, there's 49 other states. What made Georgia the chosen state? For starters, affordability. With a median home price of under $400,000 as of this video, Georgia homes are many times 1/3 or even half of the cost of homes in California. Couple that with lower tax costs, and Georgia is substantially more cost effective. Georgia has a flat income tax rate of about 5%, compared to California's progressive income tax system, which can reach as high as 12%. Plus, Georgia doesn't tax on Social Security income, which is a huge benefit for retirees. Now, to be fair, home prices here have risen 13.3% since 2021. And with higher home prices comes higher taxes. Housing isn't the only thing that's cheaper. Rent, gas, and even groceries are more affordable. Currently, a gallon of regular gas is over $5 in California, while here in Georgia, we're paying just over $3. And many people mention the savings they would be able to put in the bank by putting their children in public schools here in Georgia, compared to paying thousands of dollars for private schools in California. Georgia is home to some highly sought after schools, including STEM schools, STEAM schools, and a few IB school options throughout the state if your kid's on the fast track to being a genius. According to a recent report, Georgia ranks 7th in the nation for overall education quality. And Georgia has some pretty sweet university options as well, such as Emory, Georgia Tech, UGA, Georgia State, Kennesaw State, University of North Georgia, and Savannah School of Art and Design. One thing to keep in mind is if you're trying to plan your move around school, Georgia schools end in around May, end of May, beginning of June, and then they're going to actually start up again beginning of August. Another factor that was largely considered was job opportunities. Georgia is the home to a growing moving industry, as well as many tech companies and corporations, including Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, Porsche, and literally the list could go on for days. If you're looking at making a move well across the country, you have to have a job. Since the pandemic, many companies have gone virtual full-time and not looked back. That has afforded many people to move anywhere in the world they want to go while never having to leave their current job. This opportunity opened up for many people to check out other states. And one of those states was, of course, Georgia. Every single person said when they came here to Georgia, they fell in love with the trees. This is funny to me because I hear this so often from clients from California, New York, Miami. Honestly though, I can say from somebody who's grown up here for the past 40 years that I can attest that there's always something fresh and new to do. There's even a few bucket list items I have that I want to check off here in my home state of Georgia. And no, I'm not talking about the Coca-Cola Museum or the aquarium. Once you live here, those things are so cliche. They lose their luster, but still fun to check out now and then. My family personally travels to the mountains often for a day hike. We live in Gwinnett County and can be to the Blue Ridge Mountains in 45 minutes to an hour. If we drive south about 4 hours, we can be on the sandy beaches of the Golden Isles, taking in all the vitamin D we can get. But let's be realistic. Leaving California, or any state for that matter, is a big deal. Moving across the country to Georgia is no small feat, and it requires careful planning and some preparation. Or maybe just faith in a great realtor. Seriously though, moving is a big deal, especially when it's thousands of miles from where you are. Start by doing your research on different cities and neighborhoods here in Georgia. That's literally why I have this channel and make these videos. There's a diverse range of cities, from urban areas like Atlanta to urban suburbia like Alpharetta, or take it just a bit further to Lake Lanier and Buford, and you'll have full-on suburban life. Factor in things that are important to you and your family. Schools, commute times. What do you really want in a community? Do you want to see the stars in a midnight sky, or be 5 minutes from a Target? These are all questions we ask you when you call in after you've made the decision to move to Georgia. So don't worry, we'll help with the overwhelm. Mentally prepare yourself. Moving across the country is expensive. Make sure you get a quote from moving companies or figure out how you're going to bring your belongings. Many folks have opted to put their belongings on a truck as it is a bit more affordable, but you have to be flexible on timing as it usually takes a couple of weeks for it to arrive. So pack up an air mattress, grab a couple of changes of clothes, your toothbrush, your dog, get in the car, and just start driving. I'll see you here.